As there are different types of dream worlds, many are aware and have heard of the existence of the astral plane. We know that we are living in a three-dimensional plane of existence, but we also know that we are able to travel out of body. We've either heard of that or have done it ourselves. So whether it is intended or meditative practice, or just within the dream world, we can't deny that this is our consciousness literally going off and having new experiences when our physical body is in a state of sleep or stillness. Our body needs the rest as it is the vessel to our soul's energy, but our energy just wants to expand, experience, and grow. It is always working something out, playing, or exploring new and uncharted territory. The astral plane is a non-third dimensional reality with many layers to it. This is not one defining line that separates all of these layers from us and from it. It is vast, expansive, and multidimensional. So there's not one label that you can put on what the astral plane is or really how it acts. As this is a very multifaceted topic, I will only talk about the simplified forms that will allow you to explore and come to your own conclusions about how you experience these planes. For how each individual experiences it is based on their consciousness. Our individual frequency and vibration allows us access to particular dimensions within all realities. Out-of-body experiences, such as during sleep or meditation, allow our consciousness to create the platforms which suits us best. Because it is just simply energy, it is not bound by the physical limitation of the third dimensional construct. Now, what about the different levels of the astral plane? Well, let's start with the lower ones. Many have heard of the darker realms, or what some consider hell. First of all, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that there is no such thing as hell, besides the one that you create within your mind. Take that power back. So if you believe that there is a hell and it looks a certain way, and then this is going to be your truth and your reality, or you can flip that script. But what some consider to be this darker existence is actually just the lower astral plane. In the lower astral plane, you are experiencing less evolved souls and energies. These less evolved souls and energies will eventually make their way up the vibrational scale. This is just their experience at this particular level in their soul journey. So don't leave them behind. So there's nothing to be afraid of, really. They, like us, just need love and light to be shown the way. We have probably all been in that space in our early stages, we just can't remember. It is all to know the difference, for contrast, and to choose from there. Your vibration and frequency allows you to access information within the higher dimensions of the astral plane. Again, there are so many levels to this experience that there's no defining line. It's more like a gradient, and you ease into different dimensions. In the middle dimensions, you are going to get all kinds of experiences. There may be experiences on other worlds. You may have experiences where you are in busy towns and cities. Now, this tends to be a clear indicator of when you are in the astral dimensions. There will be people and cities, etc., people you have seen, people you haven't seen. This is also where you may meet up with other people in your life, your family and your friends, random acquaintances. This really is a deep subject, so I'm just going to skim the top, even though I've got a little bit more than that. But for truly, anything is possible when it talks about this subject. In the astral dimensions, this is where you can even plan to connect in the dream world with other people. You can plan it. It is possible that here, when you dream of a celebrity you've wanted to meet, that you're actually connecting with their energy. That's up to you to decide, though, and you have to see how it feels for you and just be honest with that. Sometimes we are having very educational experiences. Well, that's because in the higher dimensions of the astral plane, there are what are known as the schools or educational systems, just like we have here, but you would consider them spirit schools. And there are many different types of schools. I have seen many of them. Sometimes when you dream of yourself learning new things in a school environment, you are actually in these dimensions learning information to bring back to your physical experience. I personally dream of the schools quite often, and there are different forms of them, and I am always learning something that I need to bring back to the physical world, but I also choose to set the intention to go to schools and bring that information back. Now, a funny side note, I tend to play around in the schools and not focus as much as I should, which is really weird. I've even gotten scolded for it. My teachers tend to appear the same as well, either wearing the same colors, usually green, or somehow representing certain aspects, and it intertwines them. Many times I have astral dreams involving music festivals, movie theaters, and theme parks. Again, you can see that this is an open meeting ground for people and souls from all walks of life and experience. And they want to have new adventures. And when I have these particular experiences, I know that I am within the astral planes and that I am co-creating with others who are like me or those that I need to learn from. On that subject, when people have an astral plane experience, it can appear differently than it may appear to others. For it doesn't matter. It is actually energy playing with energy, and that can be manipulated to the construct of the person's consciousness who is having the experience. For example, when I have many astral dreams, I have noticed that there are hotels and water bodies, and it always involves travel. And in these places, there are all kinds of people from all walks of life that are meeting up here. And as I dissected these three elements, I completely understood why this would be the architecture of my meeting place, which was created by my own psyche or my own consciousness. Again, remember that we are not bound by physical limitation, and these things can appear and be created by our consciousness and thought alone. There will also be a lot of similarities between me and others as well. It really is an open playing field of possibility, so it is best not to say it is one thing or another or one way or another, for it is always expanding and growing in itself. Now, the focus was mainly on the dream world, because within our dream world, we are not as in control as we are within a meditation here. We have not let go as much to allow ourselves to explore these astral planes. You can describe these astral planes as a bridge into the higher dimensions, the space we move through as our consciousness is raising in vibration before entering the new and expansive realities of our own soul's journey. So, as you journey out of body, start noting the experiences that you're having by journaling them and dissecting them. Ask yourself what it feels like when you are entering these new realities and spaces. Begin to write down the different elements within the experience. What was the location? Who was there? What was happening? What colors did you notice? Maybe it did just feel like your mind was working out puzzles from the day and you were having an experience. It's just a personal processing dream. Or maybe you are really meeting in an open playing field with others and having co-creative experiences. It is for you to unfold and for you to discover so that you can direct the energy where you want it to go and utilize your dreams and meditations to your own benefit, to notice your own power. For we are always receiving information from these experiences. This is Derek Jameson, and I hope that helped you understand a little bit about the astral realms and how you can explore them